All right, guys, welcome back to my Kano walkthrough. Here we are right at Taro Street, right where we left off last time. So this, what we're about to do now is we have all three of our relics for the Taro mask, and we are about to fight what I would call one of the game's big bosses. And so that fight is triggered right when you stand here and you can interact with this little circle here. We're about to watch a cutscene, but one thing I will say is just to prep for the fight, you're going to want to get right into it. So right when the fight starts, I'm going to give you this as a little bit of a warning. Right when the fight starts, you're going to want to kind of run towards the boss. He'll be right in front of you. Get your bow ready immediately. And then he's going to be wearing a lantern around his neck, kind of like a necklace. You're going to want to shoot that because it's going to stun him. Believe me, just keep that in mind during this cutscene. And when you get to the point to where you're fighting the boss yourself, you're going to want to shoot that lantern as soon as possible because it's going to stun him and give you some quick hits. So that's just my 2 cents before the boss fight starts. So that being said, let us proceed. So as I said, the first thing you want to do is run straight to him and hit the lantern with your bow. Charge at him and do a rot hammer immediately, then start attacking him. He's going to hit you with his sword. You can parry this attack like I just did. If you miss the parry, don't sweat it. He's going to jump back and he's going to try to hit with his sword again. You can parry this attack as well. If you miss it, don't sweat it. I often miss them. When he raises his sword up like that, I didn't do it, but you can go behind him, and then he'll miss you with that kind of stab attack that he did. So you're gonna want to stay on him. You'll notice that he has a spot where you can use your rot on his arm. You don't want to. I'm gonna save that for later. You can go ahead and do that if you want. I prefer to save it for later on in the fight because it does a lot of damage and it stuns him. What I'm doing now is I'm just kind of showcasing his moveset to show you how to deal with his different attacks. Generally, what I like to do is for his, I'm not doing a very good job of it now because I'm talking, but I'm going to go ahead and heal up. For his sword attacks, I like to dodge into them, except for that one where he jumps up like he just did and he goes airborne. You're going to want to use your shield to block that one because he tracks you so well that if you try to dodge it, he's just going to track you and hit you anyways. So as I said, for his sword attacks, just roll straight through them, as you can see. This boss in the airborne attack, as I said, just use your shield. The airborne attack, use your shield. This boss, I will say on my first playthrough, was probably the hardest boss for me in the game, which is why I'm trying to be pretty meticulous in showing off his moves. So again, for most of his sword attacks, just dodge forward. You can also try your hand at parrying them. For that time, I jumped for some reason instead of dodging. So you see that lantern is back. So I'm going to shoot the lantern again. So when you shoot the lantern, it stuns him, of course. But then you'll see here that since I just shot his lantern, it's going to take a second for it to light back up. So if I try to shoot his lantern again right now, it's not going to do anything. You have to wait for it to light back up before you can shoot it again for the stun. But it will light back up. There it goes. So I'm gonna shoot the lantern again and immediately do a rot hammer. When he gets to about half health, he's gonna transform into his second phase. His second phase is far more aggressive than his first phase. Right there, he just did a tail whip attack. I dodged it. You can also jump over the tail whip attack. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shoot his lantern again and get him into his second phase. And I'll, just like I did with the first phase, I'll showcase his moves in the second phase. And the second phase, honestly, is what makes this boss so difficult. And there's one move in particular as to why it is so difficult. But now he's transforming. So he's gonna do like a 4-hit combo. So dodge through this first attack, and then once you dodge past him, he's gonna miss most of his other ones. When he goes airborne, block like you do with the other one, and his sword's gonna blow up. And so you see his lantern's out right now, so he can't really rely on it. He runs around. And so that is his grab attack. That is the attack that just absolutely murdered me on my first playthrough. And the thing with that grab attack is sometimes when you dodge it, you just teleport. Even though you dodge it, you teleport right into it, and it still counts as a hit. And it's kind of garbagey. But you know, that time I ended up dodging it, but if you go back and watch my streams, I streamed this game. The second stream, I think, is when I fought him, and it was bad. So he does this twice in a row, the grab attack twice in a row, and I think they fixed it. That would have been a hit before. I think I know they patched the game recently. I think they fixed it. So good on Ember Lab for fixing that, because that was incredibly annoying to deal with. So that grab attack is really what killed me most of the time when I fought him in my first playthrough. So I think we're good now. And so anytime that he backs up and he'll circle around the arena like this, it's usually he's about to do his grab attack. So you can actually try to shoot his lantern when he charges at you. If you miss, though, be ready to dodge right away. I'll try to shoot his lantern right here. Slowed down time, and I hit it. Awesome. So I'm going to go over and rot hammer him, and then I'm going to use my second rot to get that weak spot on his arm and finish him off. And you'll see why I save this for later, because look at how much damage that does. And then he's just wide open to wail on. So I could have killed him right there. I didn't want to get the kill just yet because I want to make sure that I'm showing you all of his moves so you're prepared to dodge them. And oh, see, that's what happened when the grab hits you, and that was legitimately just bad timing on my part. I totally just messed up that dodge. That was not the teleport that I was talking about before. There we go. See, that they definitely fixed that. So I'm gonna shoot his lantern here. Oh, that actually killed him. I missed the lantern, but I got him. So they definitely fixed that. Wow, I'm so glad that they fixed that, because that makes this boss fight way more manageable and way more fair. So anyways, it still is a tough boss fight. Don't get me wrong, guys. It still really is a very tough boss fight. My pointers are to save that arm weakness for later on in the fight, like I just did, and shoot the lantern whenever you can. Getting that stun from shooting his lantern is a huge help. And as I said, when he does his big jump airborne attack, just straight up block it. The tracking on that is insane. Like, you can run away from him. You can try to run away, try to roll. He's just going to follow you, and he's just going to nail you wherever it is that you wind up. So after you kill him, what you're going to want to do is you're going to use your rot here. And this will end the fight. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you another way to kill him. I like to call it the quick kill method. So after I'm done with this, I'm actually going to reload the fight. And I'm going to show you the way that I like to kill him, which is just to be super aggressive. And if you do it right, you can kill him without even getting hit. Maybe getting hit like once or twice. It's pretty fun. So I'm actually going to show you that method of killing him as well after doing this.
The sickness that took our parents was spreading through the village.
Spirits of the forest, walk with our people. Guide them on their journey to the mountain shrine.
Food was running low. Everyone was scared. I never felt so helpless. Saya wanted to stay, but I thought we could go to Rusu for help. I was sure he would know what to do. But something was not right in the woods. I had never seen Rusu so worried. He sent us back to the village, and I knew we were alone. I was all that Benny and Saya had left. I had to protect them. It happened the next morning. The explosion from the mountain shrine covered the land in darkness. Oh no! No! Benny! Saya! Where are you? It lasted for days. I searched everywhere for them. I was their older brother. I was supposed to protect them. Even now, it's hard to forgive myself.
Taro, the children know how much you care for them. What happened in the village wasn't your fault. You will always be their older brother, and they still need you.
I'm sorry, Kina. We can't take you to the mountain shrine.
It's okay. You have to go now.
All right. So quite a bit of story packed into that cutscene. We saw that there was a big explosion that happened from the mountain shrine. Pretty much decimated everybody. And we learned more about some of the characters. Really good stuff. I really enjoy that cutscene. So right ahead of us is a meditation point since we killed the boss. And as with the other ones, increases our health. And in a recent update, they actually added meditation spots as one of the checklist items on the map. That was not there before, so they added that recently in too. So, as I said, they fixed the Corrupted Taro's grab attack, which is amazing because that thing was terrible in the original version of the game before they patched it. And then adding that little the meditation spot checkbox to the map is really helpful too. So as I said, I'm going to show you a way that I like to kill the Corrupted Taro. It's a lot of fun, and I want to show it to you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reload. And then, let's see. And I'm going to show you a really aggressive way of killing him. It's a lot of fun. It starts the same way as the other method where you shoot the lantern, but you just never let off the gas, and it's a lot of fun, and you know, it might help some of you guys looking for different strategies on how to kill him. As I said, it was the hardest boss for me in my first playthrough, but a lot of that had to do with the fact that the grab attack was very much broken. But anyhow, here we go. All right, so do the Rot Hammer, get a combo in here with R1, be ready to parry. You don't have to hit the parry, but let's see, I got the parry off. He's gonna jump back, be ready to parry again, and then got both of them. Nice, I'm gonna do a Rot Hammer right here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit his weak spot, and then just completely wail on him. Now, right when he transforms, you're gonna see kind of the red aura. I'm going to do a Rot Hammer right then. Right here, do a Rot Hammer. And then that's going to interrupt his transformation. He's still going to do his combo, so still dodge his combo. And then once he does his airborne attack, block that. Now, once his sword blows up, you can shoot the lantern again right here. So shoot the lantern if you can. There we go, got it. Do a Rot Hammer, and then that's like... that the fight's over right there. I love doing it that way. It involves a little bit of timing. It's not that easy to pull off because you have to get a couple of those parries in, and you have to time his transformation right and that kind of stuff. But if you can do it that way, it's just a lot of fun, and it's really satisfying to me, especially with how much trouble he gave me in my first playthrough, to just beat him like that, to just completely manhandle him. And if you want to see how badly I struggled in my first playthrough, I believe if you go back to my streams, my live streams on YouTube, it's all there. You know, it's all saved and archived on YouTube. If you go to the live stream section on my channel, I believe it's the second stream, that's stream number 2 that I did, where I fought Corrupted Taro, and it took me like a half hour to kill him. And as I said, that grab attack was super broken, and very fortunately they patched it up, so it's fixed now. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that that method of fighting him too, in case you just want to you know, just get the kill as quickly as possible. And that is a lot of fun. Combat, in my opinion, in this game is a lot of fun, and mastering it is really satisfying as well. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to warp back to the village, because you can see we've got a few of the spirit mails and things like that. So there's quite a bit of stuff for us to do back in the village. So we're going to get some rot, some hats, and all the goodies before we carry on with the story here. So back in the village, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to backtrack to kind of the entrance to the village, because now that we have a bow, there's something that we can get to that we were not able to get to before. And I will show you. Up here, we have a flower that we can grapple to now. Because when we first got to the village at the very beginning of the game, we didn't have a bow yet, so we could not grapple to these flowers. And then here's a treasure chest. It just has money in it. It's not, you know, it's not anything super important, but, you know, just wanted to point it out. It is a treasure chest, so why not? So next thing we're going to do is we're going to start delivering our spirit mail. So the first one that we have is this one up here on the right. So all you got to do is walk up to it, press triangle, put the spirit mail in, and it unlocks this door. I believe we did some spirit mail in like the first or second episode. We did some we did one spirit mail pretty early on in the game. So what we're going to do now is, now that this is open, we're going to run straight through here. And there's a dead zone heart that we're going to take care of. And then once you get rid of that, this house is purified. So now that it is purified, we send the, I guess is the owner of the house. We get to send their spirit on so they are no longer trapped. So now we can use our rot to activate this forest tier. And now what we can do is we can use this forest tier to cleanse a flower shrine up here. And as I said before, flower shrines are one of the, I guess you could call them collectibles in this game. You have to liberate all of the flower shrines to get a trophy in the game. Plus they give you money, so why wouldn't you? Let's see. So now we want to go into this house. This house was also opened up as a result of us, as a result of us delivering the spirit mail. So in here, you can use our rot to open up this drawer, and we get ourselves another rot. So we're up to 46 now. We get our next level at 65. So the next thing we're going to do is go up here because we have another spirit mail to deliver. But first we're going to turn right. And if you open up this barrel, well, I've already opened up that barrel, I guess. I think I did that in the first episode. There's berries in there if you haven't opened that one up already. So what we're going to do now is we're going to deliver this spirit mail. And this is all stuff, we've picked up these spirit mails in previous episodes, so if you're joining in now and you're wondering where we got these were obtained in previous episodes, which allow us to get into these sections of the village that would previously be inaccessible. So right in front of you, there's a dead zone heart, so we're going to want to cleanse that to purify this house, and of course we got some more spirits to set free. Okay, so in here, there is a trio of cursed chests. So let's go ahead and do the first one here. You have to do them in order. You have to go left, right, center. So these are all combat related and they get progressively more difficult. None of them are super difficult. Like this one, you have to kill 20 enemies in like a minute, just over a minute. That sounds pretty daunting, but these are all very low tier enemies. So really it's just a matter of getting to them, and you can kind of just mash R1. If you're so inclined, you could also do a rot hammer or a rot arrow or whatever you have. Time. The thing is time is of the essence. So just definitely don't take your time. Make sure whatever you end up doing, make sure you can do it quickly to beat the clock. If you don't beat the clock, all that happens is that the chest resets and you can just go back to it and try again. There's really no penalty other than having to redo the whole thing. Down to 4 left, 3 left. So we're in good shape. Oops, got hit there. All right, one more. Here we go. So not too bad. Just got to kill through a bunch of low-level baddies. So now that this chest has been activated, open it up for another rot. So now that we've got that one, this one over here on the right is available for us. And this one, it's a very similar encounter, but a bit more difficult. Some more challenging enemies are going to spawn in later. Oh, got hit there. And if you took damage in the last fight, your health will recharge automatically as long as you're not in an encounter. Yeah, see, we got this guy. He's a bit more difficult. So I've got 3 rot hammers, so I just shot his face, the weak point. Do 2 rot hammers, should kill him. And that got the moth as well. So now we got a couple moths to deal with. These are, if you do a fully charged arrow, the moths are 1 hit. But you have to make sure that your arrow is fully charged to get the moth in 1 hit. And there we go. 3 left. Another moth. And where's the last one? There we go, another moth. All right, so that's the second encounter. And this one I think just has money inside, but after getting that, we now have the third one available to us. So let's do this one. 30 enemies in a minute 15. And again, as with the other ones, time is of the essence. So just whatever you end up doing, just make sure you do it quickly. So yes, with this one, the groups of enemies that spawn in are much larger. I've got like 5 or 6 enemies on screen at once now, whereas the other ones were like 2 or 3. So yeah, just make sure you go quickly. Fortunately, with our attacks, we can hit more than 1 enemy at the same time if they're grouped closely together. So now we got a big guy that just spawned. Same thing. Shoot him. Rot hammers are your friend. At least the way I play, rot hammers are your friend. I'm going to triple rot hammer this guy. That didn't quite kill him, but it got close. This encounter might be down to the wire. I'm not doing so well right now. Crap. I can rot hammer this guy. There we go. Ooh. I missed that shot. Dang it. This one's gonna have to be a retry. Ah, no. Are you kidding me? It's all good. So you can see time. Oh, I didn't let my health recharge. You can see time is the problem with these fights, especially this third one. I might try to use more rot hammers just to because the rot hammer can do distance from afar as well. You don't have to be right up close to do damage with the rot hammer. I just want to make sure that I have enough of them when the big enemy spawns in. So rot hammer right here is probably a good idea. There we go. Took care of all of those. Oops, missed my arrow. All right, got 3 rot hammers. Should be able to take care of this guy. There we go. I should be able to get... I have plenty of time this time. There we go. All right. We got it done. So inside of this one, we get the unicorn hat. So now what we're going to do is shoot this to grapple back up. And what we're going to do now is we're going to head back down the path that we used to get to Taro's tree, kind of towards the beginning of the game. Run past all these houses. And there is a spirit mill over here. We're actually going to come back and get that in just a bit. We're going to do this part first. So if you turn here, there's a bridge you can now knock down now that we have our arrows. So right when we cross this bridge, there's going to be another enemy encounter to the right. We just got a checkpoint there too. So these guys shoot their weak point. the fully charged arrow, kill him in one hit. Ah, I missed his weak point. That's okay. These guys are just regular old... Whoops. I'm going to try to go for the Rot Arrow trophy. Ah, I only hit 2 of them. Oh, well. Yeah, for the Rot Arrow trophy, you have to hit 3 enemies and 1 Rot Arrow. I missed it that time. Is there another enemy around here? Why is the music still going on? There's someone in here? Yeah, there's someone in here. Oh, still going on. Oh, got these moths. Oops, that was not fully charged. My bad. Ah! Flew too fast. Oh, hey there. Oh, one of you. Shoot you in the face. And then rot hammers for the win. Whoops. Well, if I can stop getting hit, that'd be great. There we go. All right. Now we should be done. Okay, so inside this house, pretty much all that's in here is this. Is for the money crystals. And so when you get out here, you see this lever in front of us. It has the purple little butterflies, which will tell us there is a rot here. So pull the lever, and we get some target practice. And you actually have to do this 3 times to get the rot. So there's number 1.
Over there.
And here is number 2. I'm gonna wait for my arrows to recharge before doing it a 3rd time. There we go. All right. Now that we've done all 3 challenges, the rot appears. We can pick them up. All right. And so we can also use our rot to pull this lever, which spins the water wheel. There's really no purpose to that other than that the water wheel will rotate and you can shoot these little glowing deals to get some money. That's pretty much the only purpose of doing that. Across here, we can also lower this bridge, which if you look at our map, what this does is it opens up a path and really just circles us back around to the middle of the village here. Over to our left, we have a house here. So there is a box in here for some more money. And then off to the side here is a treasure chest. And this is the baseball hat. So another one of our hat. So we're making good progress in the village. We're picking up a lot of stuff that we couldn't get to before. So what we want to do now is we actually want to backtrack across that first bridge that we lowered and head back even further down the path towards Taro's tree. Because what we want is that forest tier up here. Get ourselves our rot dragon. And we want to go back across this bridge that we just lowered. And up this hill, kind of to the left, is a flower shrine. So we got ourselves another flower shrine. Now notice here this purple gate, we're not going to be able to get through that till later, so don't worry about it. So now we're going to go back across the bridge to that spirit mill. I pointed it out earlier, but we passed it up to get to this area first. So now we're going to go over to the spirit mill. And inside of here is a dead zone heart that we're going to blow up. Okay, so inside we have a treasure chest. I'll have a big looking treasure chest and a couple smaller ones. All of them have money. Off to the side of the house, we have a pot with some more money in it. And a log that we can raise up for a hidden rot. So that's number 49. And then around the back of the house, we have another treasure chest with the ladybug hat. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work our way back towards our waypoint to the masked shrine. We're going to take kind of a... I'm not going to go there the direct way, straight up front. We're going to drop down here. This water used to be poisonous, but it has been cleaned up since the last time we've been back to the village. And so we can drop down here and get this treasure chest that we were not able to get to before. It's just some more money. And so you might remember this route. We got this route really early on, right after our first trip to the masked shrine. So now we got to go back here, talk to our buddy here.
Taro rests with his siblings now. I imagine the corruption in the forest has cleared as well.
I know it was time for Benny and Saya to move on with their brother, but the forest won't be the same without them.
It's natural to build a connection with the spirits we help. We give up a part of ourselves when they move on. But the bond still remains. The path of a spirit guide is a lonely one. There is still work to be done if you wish to reach the mountain shrine. A skilled woodsmith once lived in our village and built structures beyond anyone's imagination. Search the fields beyond the storehouse for her troubled spirit.
All right, so we got our next mask. It's going to help us on our quest. So you see now we need to go over here for another spirit barrier. It's going to unlock the next area for us. Before we do that, I'm going to head to the hat cart. Stock up on our swag. And I've said it before, the only use for money in this game is to buy hats purely for cosmetic effect. But, you know, it is what it is. That's all we're going to get. So might as well use it, right? So I'm going to buy at least one of everything that we have. My unicorn hat. Let's check our rot. So I've got a few that still need hats. What's that? Like 8 of them that still need hats, I guess. Yeah, 3 more. So I'll just do these. There we go. We're all equipped up now. Good deal. And while we're at it, I'm going to check for some abilities that we can buy. We have a lot of experience points that I've yet to cash in. For starters, let's see. Do the sprint heavy attack, do the air slam. Get the extra arrow. That's always helpful. Oh, I barely can't get this ability, but that's okay. We'll get it later. I've got pretty much everything I want. So, yep. Sprint, heavy attack, can do that now. And the jump attack can do that now. So, some more tools in our arsenal. I'm going to go ahead and call this one here before we unlock the next area. We'll start that in the next episode. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this has helped you. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff if you like what you see or if this guide has helped you in any which way. Really appreciate it, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.